up, everyone? We're back with another episode of the JDA Show, episode 29, coming at you on a Tuesday night, December 15th, a little before 9 o'clock. Andy, Jesse, what's going on?
What up?
Got the Celtics game on here in the studio versus Sixers. What is their first preseason game, right?
That's right.
Yes, sir.
We're just under a week away from the start of the season.
Yeah, 23rd.
So, a week from tomorrow, they start off against Milwaukee?
Sure do.
All right, well, we'll start
A week from tomorrow night?
Yeah, I believe so. Then they
Today's
play
the 14th or the 15th?
15th.
Yeah, a week
so then
from
they play
tomorrow.
Christmas Day on that Friday.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're going to start the show off, though, talking about, obviously, that Patriots lost Thursday night against the Rams. A game that I know on the show I said that they were going to lose that game, and I still kind of had that feeling going in, but driving to watch the game Thursday night, I was like, hey, you know what? Maybe they're going to pull this off. And, God, I could not have been any more wrong, as they were never in that game. The Rams absolutely mopped the floor with them. Cam Akers, who's done nothing all year, rushes for, 170-something yards?
Yeah, 171.
Like, that's just, that can't happen. And just, I thought that they failed on all levels that Thursday night. From the coaching, the offense, the defense.
Conversely, the Patriots' run game sucked.
Yeah.
And it has sucked. And that's the only thing that they have to go off of. I mean, if Cam Newton's going to average, what do you think he's averaging for pass yards per game?
100-something, probably.
Maybe 100?
120, like, something horrid.
So, like, with being such a run-first offense at this point, if you can't move the ball on the ground, then you have no chance of beating anybody.
How many carries did Damian Harris have? Maybe a dozen?
11.
He needs to be getting the ball at least 15, 16 times a game. He's clearly the best running back there. I don't need to see Sony Michel out there getting carries.
I don't mind Sony getting some touches, but yeah, no. I mean, Harris should be your workhorse. You mix in James White, maybe a little bit of Rex Burkhead if he's healthy, and then, I guess Sony could get in for 5 to 10 carries a game, but...
And if you really don't, they clearly don't trust him to throw the ball. Like Cam, the ball at all. So why is he still in there?
Yeah.
And
he's not really moving the ball on the ground either.
No, before I even get to that, the play calling, I thought, Thursday night was just so bad. When when they had that 4th and goal and they went for it and got stopped? 4 run plays in a row down there from inside the 5.
Yeah.
Can we have a little creativity down there?
Wasn't that 4th and goal from like the 3?
The 3, and it was like an option. It wasn't even a run-pass option. It was either, Cam keeps it on a QB jar or pitches it.
Yeah.
And he should have pitched the ball back as Harris
Didn't
Didn't he just get, like, pretty much instantly
he
stuffed?
Didn't even get back to the line of
If
scrimmage.
you saw the replay, they had that play. The defense had that play. Like, they were all over James White rolling onto the outside, too. If he did pitch it, then it would have been just as probably even a bigger loss.
Because another thing is, on those plays, the receivers aren't out there running, like, routes. So they know it's just so predictable, the play calling.
Yeah.
And even that horrible interception he had, on the screen pass, I don't know if I love the play call there for a screen pass, but also, why is he throwing the ball there? He just literally threw it to the other team.
Yeah.
And there's still people out there, including Bill Belichick, like, let's just keep rolling out there with him. He is fucking horrible. Like, he is so bad.
He's not good.
He cannot throw the ball anymore.
Yeah.
And I just don't get why you don't just go to Stidham. At this point, you have nothing to lose. And
Bill's not even taking questions on it anymore. He said, I've answered that question for the last time.
What an asshole.
Yeah.
I didn't even hear
I've
it.
answered that question for the last time. Like, sorry that we want to ask questions because the quarterback fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand. Is he doing it because he's stubborn at this point? Like, why is he staying with Cam Newton?
I've been wondering that, too. I don't know if it's him and Cam have some type of deal, like, hey, you're going to be a perfect soldier and I'm not going to bench you, or he's afraid that he's going to put Stidham in and the weapons are still going to look really bad, and it's going to come back to him not putting the right guys out there. But it comes to the point where it's no longer about the weapons or about Cam only having, less than a year experience with the offense. He's just bad. He's not good anymore. He's a bad quarterback right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's shown glimpses of being like his old player this year, but I think I said before the season started, I think all of us said, like, let's not forget about how bad he was at the end of last season. The last 8 games that he played with the Panthers before he got hurt were atrocious. He sucked.
And it's showing why the rest of the league passed on him, and
Yeah.
you got him for $1 million as the last guy out there because they saw something.
No, I think it's time to sit him. I'm all on board with Stidham. Let Stidham play out the season, get some games under his belt, work with this offense a little bit, work under Josh McDaniels. If Josh McDaniels is actually going to stay, but
How much does Bill Belichick must hate this kid to still not be willing to put him out there?
Yeah,
Like,
I
he
have
must
no
have done
idea.
something
Maybe
real
he
bad.
just practices like shit and doesn't seem to care. I don't know.
That would be my guess, is that
Yeah.
they don't like the kid's work ethic. I
Yeah.
think I kind of said it before, that they don't like that he didn't compete with Cam more for the job.
I mean, because we were all, at least I was somewhat surprised way back when we were playing Kansas City that Brian Hoyer got the starting nod instead of Stidham in that game.
I was too.
I was looking forward to seeing what Stidham could do in a game like that. But
And it
then
wasn't
instead
even
you
like-
roll out Hoyer.
It wasn't even like the Rams were that good. Goff was not good Thursday night. That game could have been there for the taking.
Yeah.
If you had a slightly functioning offense, which you don't. And I felt like I was watching that 49ers game again, where you're getting run all over, can't get off the field, and then your quarterback and offense cannot move the ball whatsoever.
Yeah.
The only time they move the ball down the field is when the Rams were in a zone, and Newton was able to kind of pick it apart.
Yeah.
Other than that, that offense showed nothing.
Nothing.
And I mean, it's disappointing because, in my opinion, that's the season.
That's it.
Yeah,
Especially-
you just got to look at the standings. We're not catching any of those teams. What is the next?
Especially since
8-5 is the next worst team in the bottom of the wild card.
The Ravens just won.
I believe so.
Dolphins.
Ravens just
The
won.
Raiders might have 6 losses already. But
Yeah, but
still.
the Dolphins are 8-5 and the Ravens are 8-5 and then
Oh,
the
I get what you're
Browns are
saying, though, yes.
9-4.
Yeah, the last place team is
We're not
8-5.
making that up.
Yeah.
These teams, one of them is.
Especially since the Dolphins are going to come to town and absolutely give us a shellacking.
I could still see us
this
playing.
weekend. Are we at home?
Actually, we're in Miami,
We're,
I
yes,
believe.
even worse.
I could still see us playing all these divisional teams good. I don't even think if we run the table, we're getting in at this point, though. I've taken a 360 on that.
They were talking about it on the radio. If they run the table and go 9-7, the Raiders need to lose 2 out of 3. The Dolphins need to lose 2 out of 3, which actually, if you look at their schedules, that's possible.
Yeah.
But then you need a third scenario. You need either the Ravens to lose 2 out of 3, who have a super easy schedule down the stretch here, or you need the Browns to lose out, who have a game against the Jets in there, or the Colts to lose out, who have a game against the Jags
That's
in there.
not happening.
There's no, I think the percentage chance of that all happening is 5%.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Wouldn't bet on it.
I thought that the path was going to still be slightly open because it looked like Cleveland was going to win that game last night.
Yeah.
A great game.
Yeah.
Well, in my opinion, the game of the year. They both went.
Oh, yeah. that
Was it
game
really?
awesome. It was awesome.
I didn't watch any of it.
I watched the whole second half.
missed
I missed
out.
out on the first
I
half.
watched 4.5 hours of Hell's Kitchen.
Did you know
That's actually what you were watching last night too.
I
Was it
don't-
on TV or on your phone?
I had Peacock up.
You should have seen the bad beat. The spread was 3.5, and the Ravens were
Yeah,
up 3.
I saw that.
Yeah, and they had some crazy lateral situation that ended in a
Okay.
safety.
Yeah. So, I saw that play. Just a little curious as to why that Browns player just whipped it into the end zone.
I think he might have gotten hit.
I
when
think he
was
might have
throwing
been
it.
the last guy back.
Okay, yeah. A lot of people were pissed. They were looking at it. They're like, "This is fixed." That fucking like Vegas has some kind of hold on these games, and I'm like, that's
I had-
kind of.
I had no clue in the moment that the spread was 3 because we did the show way earlier in the week and it was 1.
Yeah.
So I had no clue that there was bettors probably losing their minds.
Oh,
watching
yeah.
that. I couldn't imagine. That's
That's a
one of
bad
the
beat.
worst, probably the worst one all season. I'm
Imagine
sure there's
being
been
on the winning end of that, though.
Oh, I don't know what feeling
I
would
would
be better.
There's actually a major book. I can't remember which one. They said they refunded the bet because they're like, nobody wants to lose on a safety, and here's a holiday gift to you, and they
Wow.
refunded all the all the Browns bettors.
That's actually
Good deal.
Yeah, but
So,
I agree. There was also a guy who said he doesn't agree with doing that because it sets a bad precedent. People are going to be expecting that for a lot of bad beats, but hey, Merry Christmas, whatever.
I'm hoping that these last 3 games, the Patriots just lose, though. Get the best pick possible.
Yeah, sure. Maybe get a top 15 pick.
I want to say you're already probably pretty close to that because you think
True,
if
true.
you're not inside the top 14, that's already bringing you down to
16 or
17, 18, something
yeah.
like that. And I feel like there's going to be a couple other teams that are up there, too, that are probably closer to the playoffs, whether it's in the NFC.
Yeah.
So if you could squeak in, top 13, top 14, I know I'm kind of just throwing it at you, but what position would you like them to use that pick on?
Quarterback.
Quarterback? My thing is I want to see them draft a quarterback early, but if that quarterback isn't there, you know what I mean? Like I don't want them to reach for a guy when they can get him later.
Sure, yeah.
I don't want them to. No, I know you didn't mean that, but I just don't want them to take a quarterback just to take one. Like if they don't like the guy there,
yeah, get him in the 3rd round or something.
I would love to see them be able to draft a guy that I'm not saying he has to be like Khalil Mack or Aaron Donald, but some guy that can be on that front 7. He can be impactful. Like I wish we never let Chandler Jones go. Like he's get to the quarterback, athletic.
Oh yeah,
and we really haven't had much.
Yeah,
anybody like that
Kyle
since
Van
him.
Noy's been great for Miami this year.
It's a guy that I can't stand, but we could use him big.
I wouldn't hate is if there's like a certified stud who is deserving of a 1st-round pick, draft a tight end, because I know there's a kid out there. I know tight ends aren't typically 1st-round picks, but they do happen. That does happen sometimes. And there's this kid out of Notre Dame. They've been calling him Mini Gronk for the last 2 years, and I watched him play against Clemson, and he looks like the real deal. So
yeah. I don't hate that idea, especially if we do go with Stidham next year.
Yeah.
I think I've said it probably a dozen times that
Safety
tight
blanket.
A tight end is a young quarterback's best friend, and if you get a big, strong, reliable target running up the middle of the field or a good red zone target, I think that would help Stidham develop his game tremendously. And hopefully you can get N'Keal Harry's bum ass to start working a little bit.
He actually had a decent game
he did.
against the Rams on Thursday night.
But like I've also... So it's weird that as bad as this passing game and as bad as the offense has been all year long, it's weird that there would be like people who stand out this season. But Damiere Byrd and Jacoby Myers have both proven to me that they belong on the team this
at least
year.
Deserving of being anywhere from like the 2 through 4 receivers, either one of them. Like
sure.
ideally like the 3 and the 4.
I'd kind of like to see Edelman step away at this point. I don't even know if he'll be back.
Yeah, I mean, if it depends how they reshape the offense. Like if they end up getting a quarterback alerts from the draft or whatever, and like, you know,
yeah,
it works out. But I don't want to force them into the offense if it's not gonna, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Bill's got a lot of work to do in the offseason. You got huge holes at tight end, receiver. You're probably going to lose Joe Thuney. Gilmore seems like he's on his way out.
Joe Thuney, though?
Unless they're going to pay for him. He's on the franchise tag right now. I feel like the McCourty brothers are on their way out. Devin McCourty was throwing around retirement a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And then Lawrence Guy, who's been your best guy in the front 7, is also a free agent. So Bill's got to cut out for him, and he's going to have to – not only is he going to have to draft well, but these guys that he drafted the last couple years are going to have to step up, improve drastically, and he's going to have to go into the wallet and spend some money.
Yeah, and we have the money. We'll see if he's going to be cheap Belichick this offseason or if he's actually going to let it fly, because there's no reason to keep hoarding this money we have.
And right now, if you look at the gap between Buffalo and us, like just roster, it's a pretty big gap right now. Buffalo is a good team, and a team that I was down, like, I underestimated them big time. We'll get to that Sunday night game against Pittsburgh, where they showed me something. But yeah, quickly, just so you guys are going with Miami or New England on Sunday. I'm going to go Miami too.
Heavy.
Not heavy. I bet the Pats will play them well, but yeah, I'll take Miami. They have a lot more to play for.
Yeah.
A lot more.
They have
to play
a tough
for.
schedule too. I think they have to play Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they probably look at this one as like a need to take care of business type game.
At home too.
Yeah.
They're trying to fight off Baltimore. That's a momentum.
Baltimore looks like, I mean, obviously they put up 47 last night, but I'm getting the vibes that Baltimore's trending in the right direction, going towards the playoffs.
Yeah, I wonder how much all that COVID stuff impacted them, but
yeah.
Nice Taco Fall bucket. Yeah, let's get to some Celtics talk. NBA season preview as well. Like I said, a little over a week away from the season. So this 2020-2021 Celtics team, what is the floor and what is the ceiling of this team?
Why don't you start?
Oh, God, I didn't want to go first. Because we know where
you want me to go first?
We know where mine's going.
I think the floor is...
When I say, I mean like postseason, like where they're going to go in the postseason. I don't mean like what place you think they're going to finish.
Okay,
you can throw that in there if you want.
I was going to say like the 4th seed, 5 seed. I could see them falling to that. I picture them more as like a 3 seed, maybe a 2 seed if we can really bring it together. I don't think that they'll really beat out Brooklyn this season.
I see them as a 3 seed. I think you're going to see Miami take a little bit of a step back.
3 seed.
Yeah, but wait till I get to
my
wait till I get to my playoff prediction.
Oh yeah.
So I think they're going to be the 3
wow,
seed.
Sorry, Jeff Teague with 18. He's looking good.
It's a preseason game. What's the score? They're down 11.
that doesn't matter. But if I can't even talk.
No,
So.
we got where you're going.
You got the gist.
But yeah, I see them as I think Miami's going to take a little bit of a dip back.
That would make sense.
Yeah,
to
they
me.
lost a couple players.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know. Did they lose? Mostly are bringing back their core, but
I know. Yeah, I mean, I guess they.
As great as the run was in the bubble, it's a weird, funky season.
Yeah,
so
very.
I think we ran a poll and the majority of people thought the Celtics were going to win. What was it, between 45 and 52?
Yeah.
That's what I think it's going to be, but I think it's going to be the low
higher
50s,
end of that, yeah.
like 50, 51, 52.
Yeah.
Because what have they won the last couple years? Like right around that, right?
Yeah. I think they've been over 50 at least 2 of the last 3 seasons.
So my floor for the team looking into the postseason is a second-round exit. I think they will win a series because I think they're going to have home court in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
And then my ceiling is I don't see them making it past the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't. And I don't see – I think –
I mean, I think that's a perfectly reasonable assessment of their season. I was going to say their floor is first-round exit.
Yeah, I'm all right with that floor, but I mean, what are you living in a house with 6-foot ceilings? Because I don't know how that could be the ceiling. I mean,
what do you mean?
What, the ceiling being in the Eastern Conference
RJ doesn't believe that they're contenders.
Yeah, I don't. So if I say they're going to have the ceiling to Eastern Conference, ceiling is the finals, then I'd be contradicting myself. I don't think this team can go to the NBA.
No, I know that's what you're saying. I know that would be contradicting yourself. I just think that's I disagree with that statement.
Well, the way I see it, if they're coming in as the 3 seed, we'll start with you. You said the first round.
Yeah.
I feel like whoever they're going to play in the first round, they're going to have home court, and who most likely, if you're the 3 seed, are you going to have to play in the first round?
Someone like Indiana.
Yeah.
Which I'll take the Celtics over. I think Philly
could even be Toronto. They've lost some pieces.
That's what I was going to say. That's why I'm not too concerned about Toronto this year. And I think Philly with Doc Rivers, their team that's just mopping the floor of the Celtics right now. And everyone knows how much the preseason counts. So I think that they'll be like a 4 or 5 seed. So I think they'll get past the first round. And then you're in for a really tough matchup in the second round because you're going to have to play the Nets.
Everyone's going to have a tough matchup in the second round in the East. The East is extremely deep this year.
I'm still curious to see how KD and Kyrie figure it out over there. I think they're both too good to let any sort of
chemistry get in the way or something.
And they could implode in that. Them not imploding is in my calculus.
Yeah, I don't think
I genuinely
they could be not as good as people expect them to be, but they're still going to be too good to. I don't know. I think they'll have like hiccups along the way during the regular season, but come playoffs, I think that they're just going to be. They're both like so experienced in the playoffs too. They both have rings and.
I just want to say this. Not only do I think that the Celtics ceiling is the finals trip, and I'll leave that up for debate what happens in the finals there, but I think that the ceiling is the finals for like 4 different teams in the Eastern Conference. I think the top of that conference is so even, and all those teams are so talented that it's really up for grabs. And I don't think you could say that you can expect the Celtics to lose in any certain round. It's just going to be a dogfight basically from the conference semifinals on, and may the best man win between them, Brooklyn, Miami, and the Bucks, I guess.
Yeah, those would be the 4 teams.
Yeah, and with a couple dark horses too. I mean, I think the East the NBA in general is just in a really good spot in terms of talent. I mean, there's so many teams that could take it home this year. But yeah, I'd say floor, second round, ceiling, finals for me.
I think Brooklyn scares me the most in the postseason. I'm still not sold on Milwaukee being a postseason. Like right now, they just look like a regular season. I think it's still a tough matchup for the Celtics.
We got to get to Giannis signing his extension too.
Yeah, I actually don't. That happened today. I don't even have that on the rundown.
Keeping on your thing though about being most afraid of the Nets in the postseason, I agree with that because. Sure, we can throw a couple different bodies on Kyrie. Like I honestly do have faith in Marcus Smart to slow down Kyrie Irving. I really do. But when it comes to Kevin Durant, who the hell is checking him on this team?
Literally nobody.
Like Jason Tatum's not going to do
it. We've seen Kyrie not show up in the playoffs. He did it for us.
But even if he's showing up, I really think Marcus Smart's body size and just he's seen him in practice for so long. He's been his teammate. Right. I think Marcus Smart is a perfect matchup for us.
I think it's more than reasonable to say that.
We can slow him down.
Yeah, we could take him obviously not away, but
yeah.
If he's not
Durant,
dropping 30
if he is any shell of himself, even if he's took a step back after the injury, which I don't believe to be the case from what I've been hearing and seeing, I'm nervous about him, and not only them two, but that supporting cast is really good.
LeVert.
Oh, yeah.
Levert,
Oh, yeah.
Dinwiddie,
DeAndre Jordan.
Jared
DeAndre
Allen.
Jordan, Jared Allen. I mean, you got a lot of talent over there. That is a scary team if it can gel for sure.
I don't think it's too crazy for me to say, though, that I'm a little hesitant to say that they're going to get past Milwaukee and Brooklyn when I don't know about Kemba's health.
I
That's
think
if his knee is, if that's a serious injury, that hurts the team.
I guess it just depends what we're. I feel like you're more making a prediction. I'm talking like best case scenario, and when I talk about a ceiling,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
everything
maybe
works
mine's
out.
more.
Yeah.
yeah,
Kemba stays
that's
healthy.
that's kind of what I describe a ceiling as. But
But you got to take stuff like that into account because I don't think Kemba's knee will stay healthy. I don't think Kemba's going to get through 50 games during the regular season and still be okay. I think it's going to be a
I think
lingering issue.
even if Kemba's playing at 75% health in the playoffs, I'd still say our ceiling could be the finals. I don't think our success is fully dependent on Kemba Walker. At
I don't
this point.
either, but I think when the East just got so much better that you need all hands on deck.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see what our new pieces can do. I mean, yeah,
I'm not going to rely on rookies to.
Well, I'm thinking more one rookie and two free agent signings, but
yeah.
I mean,
I would still like. I think I saw you like somebody's tweet. PJ Tucker.
that would be a
Online,
sick
bringing
trade.
him in. You have the trade exception.
Yep.
I give up a first round pick for him. I don't give a fuck about
Me
these
either.
picks.
Bring the toughness and the size in.
Yeah, it's a guy that
He's done
fucking
it in the
takes
playoffs.
Semi Ojeley's
Yeah.
spot, and the guy's a good can.
He
Just
can
like
actually
Smart.
shoot.
He's
he
a
leads the
bulldog.
league in corner 3-point shooting
Yeah, I
every year.
remember seeing that during the
that would
bubble.
be
Yep.
that'd be a nice veteran presence for all these young guys.
Yeah, So finals trip would be my ceiling.
So
Yeah,
going into the season, who do you think is the most important player for the Celtics? Mine, I think it's Jaylen Brown. This is going to be his 5th season in the league. We need to see him make another jump. Because if we're going to go forward and Tatum and Brown are going to be your 1-2, Brown needs to go establish himself as a real number 2, like the second best guy on the team of like a championship winning team.
Yeah.
I think Tatum is getting pretty damn close to being a 1. I think ESPN had him ranked 11 in
Yeah.
their top 100, whatever.
yeah. I think obviously the easy answer to that question would be Tatum, but like,
Yeah, I mean it is Tatum. I don't want to take.
like
the
yeah,
easy- I don't
sure,
wanna take
best
the easy
player
way
is your
out.
most important, but no, I like that Jaylen Brown pick there.
Yeah.
And you could say Walker too because of his health, but I still think it seems like Danny Ainge is going forward with Tatum and Brown, and that's going to be the core. So, like I said, it's Brown's 5th year. He needs to improve. I think he did improve last year from his 3rd year.
Yep.
He was in the All-Star running in February.
Yeah.
There's some people that thought that he should have been
No,
an All-Star over Tatum at that
He was
time.
having a great season before COVID disrupted the season.
So I'm not saying he has to be as good as Tatum, but he needs to make because I think we saw it last year with Tatum where I had to admit I was wrong because you could just tell that something was clicking. And I need to see that
Mentally.
same type of click with
Yeah.
Brown, that he's going to take that next step.
Mm-hmm.
Where at least people are going to entertain the idea of him being like top
Valid
20
number-
in the
yeah.
league, something like that. Because right now, what would you say he's like? I'm not going to put a number on it. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's
well,
just-
ESPN put him inside of the top 40, and they
Okay.
also put Marcus Smart at like 33 or 34,
it's a little high
which
for
I
me.
love to see.
Marcus Smart is
Finally, someone valuing him where he
They
deserves
really
to be
had him
valued.
at 33.
Yeah, he was ahead of so many big names,
Marcus Smart is not the 33rd best player.
and
in the league.
yeah, so him and Jalen were. He might have even been ahead of Brown, honestly, but it was close. We had like 4 players inside the top 40 though.
If he was ahead of Brown, then that almost like completely discredits that list.
No, it means they know basketball. That's for damn sure.
Do you think Marcus Smart is better than Jaylen Brown?
I think it's like
That's what he just said.
it's not
I didn't
exactly
say.
who they think is a better player. It's like they're predicting how they're gonna do this upcoming season. It's hard to explain, but that was their explanation for putting guys like DeMar DeRozan in the 80s, and like other big names and under 50 or above 50.
Okay. So what is official prediction? Like I want to hear because this is it. This will be our first.
They're going to the finals this year. This is the year.
Are you going to say this every year though? So what if they don't? Are you going to say it next year too?
Depends what they do in the offseason. I like their moves this year, and I think these 2 rookies are gonna have an impact. And I think there might still be a move on the table.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Eastern Conference Finals. I don't think they're gonna get past these teams in the East. I would be nervous about seeing this team in a playoff series, honestly.
You know how I feel about Philly with Doc Rivers there too.
Yeah.
Celtics better hope they don't run into the Sixers in the playoffs. That's still, I had that take last year. That's not dead because we never got to see a legit series when Ben Simmons was healthy.
Oh, that's
Different
an
roster
easy
now.
way out.
They have
RJ.
a better
No,
roster
I'm
this year.
still sticking to it.
Okay, you're an asshole.
But yeah, I got them out in the second round to the Nets.
Second round to the Nets.
Yep. Nets are going to be the 2 seed. They're going to be the 3 seed. It'll be a good series, but yeah, I'll take Brooklyn.
You think Milwaukee's going to be the 1 seed?
I do, because I just think they're a regular season team. They're going to win fucking 60, high 50s, 60 games like they always do. And then they might lose to Miami or somebody in the second round again.
I think
like that.
I don't think Milwaukee, because I think the East is still a lot stronger. I don't think Milwaukee's going to be able to like train roll through the East like they normally do. I think that they're going to have a lot of problems to face. And there's teams like I mentioned to you the other day, Jesse. There's teams like Charlotte who are a lot better that could go in on like a random night. Atlanta that could go in on a random night and hand Milwaukee a loss.
Yeah,
and, hand any one of those teams a loss, honestly.
To justify my Celtics theory a little more, I think the pressure is on them this year, unlike it has been maybe since that first or second Kyrie Irving season. You got their young guys aren't even so young anymore. They're pretty much veterans now. I mean, 5 years in the league, you're not a young guy anymore. I mean,
talk about Brown and Tatum.
Yeah, I know. Number one, like age-wise, they're technically young, but they're veterans. They're fourth year, fifth year players now.
And you hope what happened, not to cut you off, what happened to them versus Miami, that they're going to grow and they're going to learn.
Yeah,
from
and they're going to be hungry. I don't know. I think that's going to be a big thing. We're going to see mentally what these guys are made of, and we all know it's a big year for Brad Stevens too. And wow, I didn't know Vincent Poirier.
I just saw that. I didn't know that either.
But
I think there was a lot of fans that were upset how they went out against Miami, and I hope that Stevens, Ainge, and the team feels a little pressure from the fan base to win.
Yeah, or just
because at the end of the day, you can only be content with a trip to the Eastern Conference Finals for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they haven't been to the championship in
losing
10 years. I know the team sucked for like 4 or 5.
I know it's different, but there's almost no difference to me between losing in the Eastern Conference and losing in the first round. I don't fucking care. If you don't have a ring, then what fucking
I'll give them some credit. I'll give teams some credit for winning.
Sure, I'll give them credit,
series.
but like as a fan of the Celtics, and I want to see them win.
It's no difference to me, but it's good to get playoff series wins under your belt, and these guys have a handful of playoff series under their belt. I mean, what Tatum's been to the Eastern Conference Finals now, 3 out of his 4 seasons, or even maybe 4 out of his 4 seasons?
Eastern Conference.
No, he's only had 3 seasons because this is going to be his 4th. So 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
So rookie year and this past year, and the year in between was that bad year with Kyrie when they bowed out to the Bucks in the second round.
Yep. So
who do you? So let's go over a little bit of award predictions for this upcoming season. Who do you think is going to take the MVP home?
I don't really want to start. I have to think about it.
All right, I'm going to go Luka. I'm going to go Luka.
Yeah,
the MVP.
I like that pick.
He's actually the favorite.
I know
to win the MVP right now.
He?
Yep.
Yeah, and I am going to piggyback you. He's getting comfortable. He's going to rack up stats like Harden was a couple years ago. I'm
like
with
that
RJ.
I'm going to take Steph Curry.
Ooh, I love that pick though.
I like it too.
More
it's good for
he's
the
going
show,
to be
but
shooting the shit out of the ball with no Clay too.
Yeah,
he's going to
probably be averaging. Probably be averaging like 35 a game this year.
Do not sleep on Golden State.
Sleep on them.
They're still plenty talented with Wiggins, Green, Wiseman, Curry, in that system to boot. The system will be enough to get them past.
They'll end up being
like
teams. 4 or 5 seed, and they'll be out in the first or second round.
No,
they
could easily make a run.
I could see them finishing as a 4 or 5 seed, but also going to the Western Conference Finals, and even maybe even representing the West.
I totally agree with that.
Or Steph Curry's going to roll his ankle, and then they're just going to be like, "Oh, we'll just shut you down for the year and fucking tank." For
I agree. Regular season wise, they could fall to as low as like the 6th seed, but it doesn't matter with them come playoff time. Yeah. They're so experienced and well coached, and they still have the best player in the world, Steph Curry.
Yeah,
they don't have the best player on the team. They don't have the best player on the team. Thompson got hurt.
Oh,
shut up, RJ.
You set me up.
I did somewhat pick that name on purpose, but
I'm fine with it.
I can still see the shit all over your smile right now.
Yeah,
I'm not smiling at all.
You want a napkin?
No.
Wipe the shit off. Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah.
I'm not going to go through all the awards, but Rookie of the Year. I think last episode or the episode before you brought up what Ball's height.
6'8".
I can't believe how fucking tall that kid is. I saw him playing in that preseason game. He is 6'8".
Yeah, every bit of it.
Like I feel like I saw this kid 2 years ago on sports. That now he looks like a man. Like before he did not look like a man. He looks like a dude now. Or before he had the punk little kid with the stupid haircut.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck happened in 3 years?
Yeah. 6'8", can do it all, honestly. He's got extreme handles, extreme vision, can shoot the shit out of the ball. I love what he's what he's looking like, and the role he's gonna have, it's just gonna you're looking at a rookie of the year for sure. But if not him, Aaron Nesmith, Boston Celtics.
You're gonna take Nesmith?
No chance. Literally no chance he's won Rookie of the Year. Put some money down on it. I bet if you put $100, it'd pay out
God, like 10
G.
grand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's how much it'd probably pay out.
Well, if that was to happen, I would need like a Tatum injury or a Brown injury, and this dude just somehow step up. But
And we know about how you love rooting for injuries.
come on,
I think Obi Toppin in New York will
I like
thrive.
that. I love that pick, and I love that you gave him some love just now.
If somebody makes a shirt, I heard this on Part of My Take, but if somebody makes a shirt that says, and hopefully Part of My Take will do it, that says "Ain't no stopping Obi Toppin," I will get one for each of us. If you guys would like one,
What teams he play for?
the Knicks.
Knicks.
So
The
he's
Knicks.
just gonna thrive on that.
He
And
probably is gonna-
he's from New York too. He wanted to go there. He cried on draft day when he got picked by them.
Maybe
He's-
somebody could turn that absolute shit fucking
he's,
team around.
he's like a Blake Griffin type player. He's
Yeah.
very explosive.
No,
like
I think his numbers are gonna be great.
yeah, they probably will. I could see him averaging like 18 and 10, something like that potentially. Yeah, it's got to be Ball for me, but keep your eye on a few other guys.
I know we probably talked like my sleeper team from the East. It's the Hawks, and I don't think they're going to go on like this. When I say sleeper, I don't mean like they're going to go on a deep playoff run. I just think that they're
Maybe
gonna
win a series
Yeah.
and give some good teams.
I don't even
trouble.
know if they'll win a series. I just think there's going to be a vast improvement on their wins count this
Yeah.
For
season.
sure.
So that's what I think for them, and I think the Hornets could also win
That
some
was
games.
my
Yeah.
sleepers.
The Hornets are not as bad as you'd
Charlotte
think.
has a nice roster.
They do a nice young roster too,
Yeah.
and honestly, if Gordon can stay healthy, he's probably gonna have a fine season.
I think he'll be great there.
Yeah.
I think he'll be one of the primary weapons on offense.
He's probably gonna be their number one option.
He might get back to
Who, Hayward?
Yeah,
Yeah, got to stay healthy.
He
though.
could
That's
have
the
a
only thing.
he could have a Utah role over there.
that's what I'm saying.
But it depends how his mental is. Like, if he's playing any bit scared like he was in Boston, which I doubt he will, because
well, he might.
I almost feel like it was. I almost feel like the situation, obviously the injuries too, but like just the fact that these guys were starting to get better around him, and like I don't know, I just feel like it really fucked him up mentally. That had a lot to do with
I
it.
think it definitely
I
did too.
feel
You
so sorry for him.
no, but you see him missing
No, on the
layups
court.
out there.
On the court is what I meant.
All right, NBA Finals prediction. I know you have to say who are the Celtics.
Who the Celtics are seeing in the finals? It's I mean, jeez. The easy pick is the Lakers because of the additions they've made, but I don't know. It's you don't see teams. Well, actually, you do in the NBA a lot of the time.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. Mine's Lakers over the Nets.
Lakers over the Nets.
I think
Back-to-back?
unfortunately, I think the Lakers are gonna go back to back. I just think
Surpass the Celtics
I just think
in total titles?
I just think they loaded up the bench. Like their team is just deep as fuck. now.
Harrell, Schroeder are just two awesome additions.
Gasol, who's not. He's a little
Yeah,
washed,
no, but
still
he'll
a good
for a team like
addition.
that, he'll
Played
do
15
good.
minutes a night or something.
Yeah.
Working on the glass. Guy can kind of shoot too.
I'd like to see the Nuggets make it out of the West after they almost made it past the Lakers. I don't think that they will, but again, like Jesse said, I'm not going to sleep on the Warriors.
I know. In a perfect world, my prediction would be Celtics Warriors, but
I think that would be awesome. And if it did end up happening that way, I think that would be a hell of a series. But I would
fuck yeah.
take the Celtics in that series.
yeah, yeah, Celtics Lakers.
Celtics Lakers.
Celtics Lakers.
That would be.
Battle for who's gonna have most championships.
That
all
would
time.
be really cool. It's unfortunate that the Lakers have the chance to pass us because that'll be the first time in our lifetime that the Celtics aren't the highest.
Dude,
so.
I mean, I know LeBron's still playing at an all-world level, and he still is the best player in the league right now. But I mean, what's he gonna? How old is he at this point?
36,
35.
35.
I hate to be like the Max Kellerman of LeBron James, but like when does it start to catch up? Do you think?
I feel like we're at the point right now where where Kellerman called Brady's cliff, and Brady still had like 2 more top level years.
Do you think
More,
that's
that's kind
I
of
think he had more than that. by
maybe
the time,
3
yeah.
3 or 4. So
So you
I
think
think
LeBron
that's
has
where
like
we're in
2 years left
2 to 3 years of
at
being
this,
like
at this level?
yes, like 2 to maybe even 3. I do.
Oh,
And then if he wants to stick around and decline slowly, I could see him doing that because it's LeBron James. He'll force his way to his son's team no matter
Well,
what he has to do.
he already. I don't want to say that he's declining, but it's not, this isn't 2012 Miami Heat high flying
No,
LeBron
you're
James. Like he plays kind of like a field general, like
He's
Tom
aging
Brady.
like fine wine, though.
Yeah.
He's like becoming just he's using his body to be
Yeah.
like a
really.
He just
does.
led the league in assists, man.
He's in a perfect spot where he
Yeah.
doesn't have to be the best player anymore. He
Yeah.
could let AD do his
Well,
thing.
But he
best-
still
I'm
is
not saying
first
Anthony,
option, anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Anthony Davis.
It
is
really
better
does
than him.
Yeah.
speak to his greatness, dude. I mean, I've talked a lot of shit about LeBron over the years, and I still don't particularly like the guy, but I have to just tip the cap.
Yeah,
Fuck
I
him.
mean, yeah,
Fuck him. I hate LeBron.
yeah. He's well, not obviously, but he's definitely my clear number 2 all-time player, LeBron.
So last basketball thing. So I think like episodes ago we talked about how obviously the Celtics had a better, like they drafted better than the Lakers, but the Lakers were able to take the shortcut. So
Yeah.
they can go out. Can you imagine if the fucking Nets win before you do after you fleece them on that trade?
Yeah.
That would sting as a Celtics fan. That you
Yeah, it
fleece
would.
them
People
And they
call it like the biggest.
and they still end up getting guys and win before you. That you cannot let happen. You cannot let this douchebag Kyrie Irving win.
Oh
This
my
guy's a
God.
fucking asshole.
That's another reason. I don't know if these guys in Boston are gonna like. There's gonna be so much pride on the line if you go in a playoff series against Kyrie Irving's team.
He's a
I know, but Kyrie's gonna have fucking Kevin Durant to bail him out. I guarantee it. Like Kyrie
He will, but I'll see your Kevin Durant and raise you a Jalen and Jason Tatum.
Okay, well, you still have to throw a few more in because that doesn't quite call the bet.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think
his
it does.
Tatum
comments.
and Brown.
Yeah, I probably,
His comments are just so insulting, saying I don't waste my time talking to
Pawns.
what a like. Who does this like? He's,
He's a
belittling
weirdo.
people.
He thinks he's a deity.
Stop referring to yourself as an artist. You're a basketball player. Just
Yeah.
you're not an artist because you had this stupid shitty movie,
Yeah.
Uncle Drew.
Yeah.
I still follow him on Instagram, and he posts some really weird fucking shit, man.
Dude takes one philosophy course from Duke and thinks he's like some fucking. Dude, I can't. I hate him more than LeBron. I do. I can't
It's
take this
official?
guy anymore.
Yeah.
He's just the way he just that comment. It's just belittling. I'm not talking about journalists. And who are you talking about then? Like the regular
Talking
fan.
about fans? Talking
You're
about
in
me?
this position because of people care about the sport.
Yeah.
He's just. I don't like guys when they're at that make that much money and they're gonna talk down upon people.
And then sometimes he'll be quoted as saying, "Oh, it's just a game." Like,
Yeah, he
That's-
contradicts
that's what
himself
everybody wants to
everywhere.
hear, right?
And like to
Yeah,
be shitting
right.
on the media, some of these journalists make piss poor money.
Yeah.
Like probably making like $40,000 a year, and they have to listen to this douchebag call himself an artist.
I know. Yeah,
I just had to get that off my chest.
No,
That,
that's fine.
that's
I mean,
been boy.
Oh, I didn't
like-
even see that you had Kyrie down.
yeah, I had to throw it in there because I was like, "There's no way that it's not gonna fucking
Yeah.
come up."
With all that being said, he's probably gonna have a crazy
good
good
year.
year. Probably gonna average like 25-7, and they're gonna be really
it.
good. But they'll still get beat by the Celtics in the playoffs. That's for sure.
I'm just hoping for some type of tumultuous relationship to occur between him and Durant, and the two of them walk and go chase a ring somewhere else.
Imagine.
What kind of fucking? I just got a friend request on Facebook from somebody named Frank Najudi Germain.
Let me see it.
Who the fuck is that?
I think I just got the same request like a week ago.
I mean, I gotta get off Facebook. Fucking old people.
Yeah, it's for boomers, anyways.
But yeah, let's move back to some football talk. Some best and worst moments of Week 14. Let me see if I got one. I just, like I said, last night's game of the year. And as much, even though the Browns lost that game, I'm not going to say that. Oh, there has to be a loser, a winner and a loser. But the Browns showed me something last night. This is not your typical Cleveland Browns team that is a joke. That team last night came to play, and Baker showed me that he has
How
some
many
fucking balls.
times have I had to tell y'all to believe in this man?
And when I say, I'm not saying that they're Super Bowl contenders, but they are not the Cleveland Browns to be made fun of. Baker,
No, they're
ballsy
they're a
performance
legit
last
team.
night. It was the defense that failed them.
Yeah, right? Because, dude, because Lamar and the Ravens really haven't been doing much on offense all year long. And I know Lamar went out because he had diarrhea or whatever, but...
Yeah, definitely had the shits.
Yeah. But, I mean, giving up 47 points to that team that has zero running game and not really many wide receivers to use, like, I didn't watch any of it. I was balls deep in Gordon Ramsay.
Well, the problem with the Browns and the reason why they're not going to do anything legit is their defense is god awful. They put up 42 points and lost, and I mean they had about the perfect game they could. Baker was slinging the ball. Each of their running backs had 2 touchdowns, or maybe Kareem Hunt might have had one.
Their defense isn't the worst. I mean, they still have Myles Garrett on the outside, and who's their other?
Something is clearly wrong with that defense. I don't know what it is, but they haven't been good all year. And
last night they didn't have Ward, who's probably their best corner, but still, you can't give up that many points.
47 points to the Ravens, like that aren't even.
That have been struggling.
They haven't been steamrolling teams. Like I don't know.
One of my worst moments, the Steelers. And Andy, you had it first. I think this team is extremely fraudulent. I think Big Ben has looked horrible the last few weeks. He looked bad Sunday. Mm-hmm. They played Sunday, right? Sunday Night Football. He looked bad the week before. He looked bad against Baltimore where they won. He's just fat and out of shape, and he looks unmotivated.
2 weeks ago, I called this team to finish 1-4. They got the Bengals this week. They're going to beat the Bengals, and then the remaining 2 games.
You mean 1-3?
Yeah, they got Colton. They got Colts and Browns to finish off, right?
Oh yeah.
So 1-4.
1-4.
Yeah, because they're 0-2 since we talked.
Right now, it seems like they've hit the wall a little bit, and I'd like to see who they match up with in the first round. But
I was clearly wrong there.
Big Ben's just got he doesn't impress me when I watch him.
It's not to say that he can't find another level come playoff time.
Yeah, and again, I'm not going to take too much away from the Steelers. I mean, you gotta give it up to.
You still got to be a good team to go 11-0. Like I'm not saying that.
Right.
I'm not saying anything.
I was going to say you got to give it up to the Bills a little bit because they've been really hitting their stride lately too.
I love what the Bills are looking like come playoff season.
Oh, that's another thing I can't stand with the Steelers. Get the fuck off TikTok with your stupid fucking dances. And you see what Josh Allen said? Leave the fucking dancing to them. We're going to go fucking win this game.
You know what he said? Are you a fan now?
We've got movement. I like that.
Did you see that?
Then you go out there and beat them.
Dancing? Yeah. Fuck
that. Then you lose.
Yeah.
I love that. That as a sports fan, that got me going.
Yeah.
Allen going there,
if that's not humbling enough to make a player never do that again, then maybe you just have some ego.
Because that also shows me with Josh Allen that he gets it. Something upstairs, it's ticking now. He knows what it takes to win, and he's becoming a leader.
Yeah.
I'm becoming a Josh Allen.
Kid's a stud.
Josh Allen fan by the fucking day.
Yeah. I might move to Buffalo.
I've heard bad. You've been to Buffalo.
I've been to Buffalo. It's
not great.
It's kind of depressing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cloudy all the time, just cold, and not a lot to do. The stadium's not even that nice.
My last best moment, Jalen Hurts. Eagles going and beating the Saints and looking like he's going to be the starting quarterback there.
Honestly, it's about time.
I had those.
About time. I got really nervous and scared when I saw the top 5 potential Carson Wentz landing spots, and the Patriots were number 2.
I would love Carson Wentz.
Oh my god, I would shit myself and not be a fan anymore.
Would you rather Wentz or Newton?
I'll keep Wentz out of New England. I'll stick with what.
You would rather our current QB situation.
I'll take our current QB situation.
No, I would rather take. I would rather take a. Was Wentz a 101?
I think he was number 2.
I will take a second overall guy who has been in the running for an MVP.
Even if we're better overall with we're better off with Wentz, I'm sticking with our QB room. I don't want that fucking bum.
So you're
I'd rather.
What kind of sentence is that? Even if we're better off with Wentz, I don't want him
for one season. Yeah, I hate Wentz, and what does that mean? I have to stick with the current QB room forever? If we get Wentz, we're stuck with him for years to come. I'd rather. If it meant 4 years of Wentz or 1 more year of this current situation, and then we get a.
Well, I'm not saying I want to. Yeah, I'm not saying I want to sign a long-term deal.
He's signed for 4 years to a huge contract with huge money.
Yeah. The only way I would take him is if he gets cut. If he gets cut, and you can sign him to your own deal. I don't want him for 4 years too, but I think the guy has had talent.
He's good. Neesmith is good. They're showing out right now. Doesn't matter if we're down 9.
Down 9. No, I mean I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about.
Sorry.
What were we talking about?
Carson Wentz.
Yeah, Wentz. I think he still has talent. I'd like to see what the Patriots could do with him.
This dude is fragile-minded, and Andy's almost 30 years old. He sucks.
Cam Newton fucking sucks, too. So if I can get Wentz for a couple years, I'll take it.
They both suck. I'm fine to admit that.
Wentz is better than Cam Newton. Yes, he is.
He's going to end up having a worse career than Cam Newton. That's what I'll say.
Okay, but who's better right now?
I don't care, because I don't want Wentz. It doesn't matter.
All right.
Adding Wentz will lead to more turmoil long-term for this team because we're stuck with him for so many years.
So I think Mahomes I was looking at the numbers of the MVP
He
race.
had it
I
in the
think,
bag until this week.
have you seen Aaron Rodgers' numbers?
Yeah,
I
they're
have them
better right now.
Right now,
40-5 or something.
39-4,
Wow.
70%
Yep.
completion percentage. He's thrown for like 3,700 yards.
Versus
We're-
what,
33 and
5?
5,
Oh, 33-5.
4,200. He has a little more yards in the 69% completion percentage. Rodgers, I cannot believe when I saw 39-4. I was like, holy shit! I didn't realize it was that.
Yeah.
That I think he's the MVP right now.
Well, yeah, Mahomes was hanging on to the firm grip on the MVP slot because he only had 2 picks for this long. Then he went through 3 this last week. Man, if you bet Rodgers last week, Mahomes was a minus 400 to win MVP. So that
True.
means Rodgers was probably like plus
I know it's
750.
I know it's a it's between those two guys right now, but
Henry.
don't sleep on Derrick Henry. Don't even sleep on the guy who's wearing the same colored jersey as Aaron Rodgers. Devontae Adams has had an unbelievable season for that team.
I mean,
And
I
he's
would love
missed,
to
like,
see them
3
give.
games.
I would love
but-
to see them give him to. They just don't hand out MVP
I'll give
awards
Adams
to
his
running
props,
backs
but
and
he's not in
receivers.
the race.
Dude, I mean, he has like 13 touchdowns in 10 games played this season.
I know, but the fact that he's a wide receiver and he's missed 3 games, that already disqualifies him in my book.
Yeah,
But,
all right.
When's
I'm with the non-quarterback position race. I actually have Henry in my number 2 for my power rankings for the MVP race. And I'm
Yeah,
telling
I
you, Henry is sniffing the fact that he has a chance at MVP. Don't discredit the fact that he has that in the back of his mind and he's going to be running harder than he has, thinking that he might be going for 200 fucking yards a game at this point.
That
Like,
guy's just incredible.
if he does that, if he goes for like another couple like 150 plus games down the stretch here, and
he could break the all-time.
well,
Is he close?
not I'll pull up the exact numbers, but I think he's something like 600 yards away, so he would need something crazy. But if he can get to close to 2,000 yards with like 20 touchdowns to boot, that would be a criminal not to give it to him.
Yeah.
So it's looking like the Jets are obviously going to go 0-16. Gase is going to get fired. They're going to get Trevor Lawrence if he enters the draft. If you're the owner of the Jets, who are you hiring as your head coach? I was thinking about it.
Who's out there right now?
So you mean Greg Roman, who's the OC of the Ravens, has been thrown around. The offensive coordinator for the Chiefs. I can't.
I've got a hot idea when you're done listening.
Are you going to say Dabo Sweeney?
Nope, but I like that.
I've heard I've heard Bill Cowher get thrown around, who hasn't coached in like 12 years. Bill O'Brien
My pick
is
is
out
a
there.
reunion. You know what I'm thinking of?
Oh God, you're gonna say Rex Ryan?
Yep,
absolutely.
Bring him back. Brought him
No.
to 2 AFC championships. Bring him back.
I'm straight on that. As the owner of that
I don't
football
even know.
team,
Do
I
you
don't
think
want
Rex
Rex.
would come back? I'm sure
Maybe.
he would.
If
I
they
think he
gave
would
him a
come
fat
back and-
I think he
contract,
loves it too much.
especially if Lawrence was their quarterback too.
Yeah.
I mean,
think,
honestly,
how could
I-
you not? As somebody who hates the Patriots,
As
you get a number 1 overall pick in a quarterback,
And the Patriots are in
suck.
turmoil.
Yeah,
As a
exactly.
Pats fan, I would love to see Rex Ryan come back because
I don't
some of my
hate-
favorite years as a Pats fan
Yeah.
was the Jets
That's
rivalry
true.
when because Rex was not afraid of us. He wasn't afraid to
Nope.
talk his shit.
Him and Bill beefed a little bit.
Yeah, like and
Yeah.
that maybe could
He
also
geared up for every matchup with us, like it was.
it
like
could
it
in
was
turn-
a must-win game.
There's
could
not
in
a lot of
turn light
guys
a
that'll-
fire under our
Yeah.
butt.
There's not a lot of guys that'll challenge Belichick,
Yeah.
and he did. And that 1 year, what year's the year that was it? 2010. What was the year that we lost to the fucking
09,
Jets
I
in
believe.
divisional? That
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
that was one of the worst losses, in my opinion, in that
Just
like,
if
dynasty.
he's gonna go to the Jets, though, just leave your brother Rob.
Yeah, he doesn't need to
hire
come. He
him.
doesn't need to
Yeah.
come.
If you want to do good.
Yeah.
That guy was like a defensive coordinator. For
Leave him at
Yeah.
Royal Buffet or
Yeah,
wherever
all,
he's hanging out
all
at.
600 pounds of him. Leave him there.
Yeah.
All right, power rankings. I'll go first.
I'll go second.
I got Chiefs at 1,
Same.
Packers at 2, Saints at 3, Bills at 4, Steelers at 5.
All right, I have Chiefs at 1, Buffalo at 2, Green Bay at 3, New Orleans at 2, and Pittsburgh falling all the way out of my power rankings with the Rams at 5.
Did you say that? Wait, where's New Orleans?
New Orleans is at 4
Oh, you said 2.
behind KC, Buffalo, and Green Bay.
Okay.
Buffalo is I know.
So we have the same 5 teams in different order.
yes.
Okay.
And my honorable mention would be Pittsburgh slash Seattle. 'Cause
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I got Chiefs 1, Packers 2, Bills 3, Steelers 4, Rams 5.
Okay. Yeah, the Rams are an interesting team.
I just think I like the Rams because they're a complete team.
I
Yes.
agree. I had them in my top
And
5 a couple weeks ago, too.
Say what you want about McVay, they're well coached. He is a good coach.
I like
at the end
Sean
of the day.
McVay a lot.
Yeah.
I like him a lot, too.
He's got passion and he's a smart guy.
I mean, they dummied the Patriots, who were at the time a hot football team. So.
Yeah.
Week 15 matchup I'm most looking forward to. It's got to be Chiefs versus Saints.
Yeah, that's
4 o'clock
gotta
game.
be. Yep.
I was looking at this game slate this weekend. I'm not too impressed.
Give me honorable mention. I think the Falcons will put up a good game against the Bucks and maybe give them some trouble.
Okay. Yeah, the Monday night game is Cincinnati, Pittsburgh. I would love if Joe Burrow was playing. You
I
got a
know.
great primetime look at him, which
Yeah.
sucks. The Sunday night game is the Browns Giants. That's not a horrible
Giants
game.
are actually looking decent. That NFC East race is going to come down to the last week of the season.
For as much as we've made fun of the NFC, and as bad as it's been, it's actually a very exciting race.
What, the East? Yeah. I agree.
Just one miscellaneous topic I wanted to get to. So did you see that the Cleveland Indians are changing their name?
Yeah, watch your mouth, dude.
Well, because I said Indians.
Yeah.
So are the Athol Red Raiders, but what is there any... Oh, yeah, actually, I saw there's...
So they're
the
not-
Blue Sox are a potential option, although I know there's the Holyoke Blue Sox, but in the...
So they're going to have the... Wait, what are you talking about?
For the Indians, the Blue Sox was like the second best odd to be their new name.
So there's going to be the Blue Sox, the White Sox, and the Red Sox?
Yeah, I think that would be cool, actually.
No, I think it'd be, like, not original. Can we be a little creative?
I don't know.
Like the
I don't
idea.
know. I don't know if I don't see color anyways, so I don't really like any of those names.
I don't know if they would legally be allowed to if there's already the Holyoke Blue Sox, though.
I don't know. But, I don't know. I just think, like, I got them wanting to change Redskins. Yeah, you keep killing that bottle.
Yeah, Jesse is drinking wine. I kind of want some more wine.
Yeah, I don't know why you stopped.
RJ, you want some wine?
I'm good. I
Ours was
appreciate
a lot
it.
of wine.
I
I'm
don't
gonna go
drink.
get a glass of wine.
Right.
Yeah,
Go
dude,
for
we
it.
got some more topics to get to.
Yeah. Like I understood them changing the Redskins to the Washington football team. But do you think Indians is offensive? Like,
It's
I think,
certainly not as. I mean, I'm not going to speak on any
Exactly.
Native
It's a-
Americans' behalf, but I don't think, and if I was trying to look at it from a logical standpoint, Redskin seems like a derogatory term for Indian.
yeah, and I don't find like Cleveland Indians to be like insulting in any way.
No, maybe keep the name, change the mascot. I know the mascot looks a little weird. It's just
I
like
agree with that.
It's kind of like a goofy looking Native American, but
I actually think they did change that a couple years ago.
Did they?
Yeah, so it's like a C now. Or
Okay,
something.
that-
But
yeah,
I
you're
agree
right,
with
you're
that. Like the logo is a little
offensive.
much.
Like
yeah.
But cheers, bud.
Or something else I was going to say about that. I don't know. I just like what's next? Are we going to change like the Chiefs' name?
Are you saying you don't like it?
Don't like what?
No,
they're
we're
changing their-
we're
I'm
comparing it
I'm
to the
having a
Redskins.
conversation about
We were
it.
comparing it to the
I don't know how
Redskins
to
and
feel.
wondering if you think it's as derogatory of a term as Redskin, because I don't think it is personally. But
In my opinion, like, who fucking cares what you call yourselves? If somebody is upset about it, which I know somebody's going to be upset about everything, but like, I don't know, call yourself the silly
Well,
nannies.
do you
Like,
remember-
I'm just saying, like it's not that big of a deal to me to change a fucking name of a team.
and like I said, I'm not trying to speak on anybody's behalf here, but I remember there was this narrative that when the Redskins were getting their name changed, Native Americans were actually upset about that, or they were not.
Because they weren't being represented in it?
No, they were saying, basically what I'm trying to say is that non-Native Americans had more of a problem with the name than actual Native Americans, that Native Americans actually, some of them were
Well,
coming
that-
out to say that they did enjoy the name.
Yeah, without getting too far into that.
I know, I don't want to,
conversation.
yeah.
Like, that's just like the entire political climate these days.
For sure.
I don't care. Like I'm not going to lose sleep over this. I don't care. But it gets to the point where, like the cancel culture, you have to tell the mob to go fuck off.
No,
like, are there
I
really
agree.
that many
I
people
agree.
out there complaining about that? And I had not. I heard about the Redskins being complained about for years.
Sure,
But I
Redskin,
really-
that's
yeah,
not cool.
exactly.
That's
I think we
fine.
had this
That's
conversation
understandable.
before on the show.
Yeah.
But Indians, I did not really hear many people complaining about that, and it's just
No,
like
there are probably still textbooks with Indians like being referred to, like Native Americans being referred to as Indians in some schools. Granted, they're probably like way outdated, but
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Like, I
it's just the
understand.
minority that
I-
feel this way.
so
So you got to
I-
stop appeasing
I
to
get
the
it.
minority.
I
Like,
get it.
tell
I
them to
get
go
it.
away.
I
At
think-
the end of the day, it's your business.
Right? Yeah. Okay. I understood. Heard. But
But
like,
yes, there are certain names that you obviously can't you know what I mean? Like, it's case by case,
Sure,
obviously.
Sure. And I think that there are times in which you should stand up to cancel culture. But there are also times that
You should concede
there's
to
a
it.
reason why it
Yes.
exists.
I agree.
Well
said.
You said Athol changed their name?
Yes, yep.
Like
Athol
the
is
town, Athol?
Yeah.
they were
What were they
their mascot was the Red Raiders.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know what a Raider is. Maybe
Isn't it a pirate?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like a Viking or something.
Well, because isn't like like Las Vegas Raiders, isn't their mascot like a logo like a pirate? That's what I
Yeah.
thought.
Don't know, man. But
Were they the
yeah.
Red Raiders?
That's
I thought
what
that was Hampshire.
Yeah, you're right. I saw something about Athol though.
Well, while we're on that, the reason why I brought that back up is
Yeah.
because if anybody listens that's from Agawam, should change their mascot.
The Brownies
They
with the
they
Native
have-
American as their
Yes,
picture.
they have like a traditional like Native American chief as their logo.
Yeah.
And their name is the Brownies.
Yeah,
Is that really like that's not like the nickname they have? Like that's like their team
No, it's
name?
not like a little like fudge
No, that's
square.
their
No,
like,
I've seen-
official
yeah.
name. Yeah.
I think I've seen that before driving through
The-
Agawam.
I almost don't even feel like saying it.
Yeah.
Do you think it has like another meaning though? Like, or is it really you just think?
No!
No, it really doesn't.
No. So either change your name or put a little fudge square on the side of your football helmet.
Yeah, when I first heard the name, I was like, that has to be what it is, but it's not.
That would be.
Yeah, a brownie.
Like that's a name that, like I said, that we can entertain getting rid
Indians.
of.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we can entertain
Yeah.
keeping Indians, not
That-
Redskin
that
or
is-
brownie.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, so if you're
How
listening,
has that gone unspoken?
if you're listening,
I just spoke about it.
Well,
We need
before
to-
that tonight, I really
I'm
haven't heard anybody
actually,
say anything about
I'm
it.
actually pretty. I'm not gonna say I'm tight with him, but I'm an acquaintance of the mayor of Agawam, so I might have to drop him a message and.
What the fuck are you talking
What
Because
about?
kind
he's-
of
he
drop
used-
was that?
Like, is this guy just ran? Yeah, I'm like pretty tight with the Agawam mayor.
Yeah,
What
well,
the fuck?
I used to wait on him a lot at Bernie's, and we're on a,
Oh, so you're on a familiar basis.
Yeah, we know each other.
Well-
We're Facebook friends. I might have to
You
drop him
oughta-
a message
you oughta-
and let him
you oughta
know that
throw
it's
it out there.
let
at
him know
least.
it's insensitive.
It absolutely is. I mean, there's no harm in
Are
it.
we sure that their mascot is a
I'm positive.
Native American?
I'm positive
with
of
feathers. Right, I can picture it right now.
Do you have his number?
Like a chief
I'm friends
a-
with him on
a
Facebook, though.
headdress.
We should call him up on the show.
Call him,
We
put him
should
on the
call
spot.
him up. Oh, that'd be so fucking
That
funny.
we'd be hearing from his legal team probably.
The last two episodes, we've gotten some pretty good prank call ideas. Calling up dicks.
I might call him right
Oh.
now. Ask him if the big
Are they
TV's
still
on.
open now?
Oh yeah,
I don't know if Andy.
Dicks?
yeah, 11 o'clock, right?
Yeah. Wait, why are you calling him?
Remember we were gonna ask him if the big TV's working.
Oh.
Because everyone loves it. We'll say my son and I were gonna come in on Thursday to buy some shoes and watch the game. Is the big TV up?
No, or you should just start.
Oh,
Be like,
you have lost my business.
no, you need to be.
Yeah,
you need to be
I'm
like,
telling my friends.
you just be like, I need to talk to a manager. I'm disgusted. And they'll be like, I came in there to the shoe department today, and the fucking TV's not working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That would be funny at some point to do.
No,
We got-
yeah.
I think Andy's.
That's okay.
I think Andy's
It's
afraid
alright.
of his job security.
Yeah.
It'll be fine, right?
I think it'd be good. How would they? They
I
wouldn't
need to
know.
work at Dick's for the rest of my life, so.
Maybe we'll wait till Andy is not here for a day or something, and then we'll make that prank call.
Is this your way of telling me that I'm off the show?
No, or it'd be funny if like he's at Dick's working, and we're doing the show, and we call in, and we'll be like, "Hey, we got a family emergency," and like call in, and then Andy's probably in a panic, and then
A family. Oh, wait, what?
I'm saying like,
You're gonna make me think that I have
Yes.
some kind of family emergency?
So
That's
I'm
just
saying it- I'm
cruel.
saying-
How does that even tie into the TV?
it's just a
That's
fucking
just
with Andy while he's at work. He
Forget
can-
Dick's. Let's just fuck with Andy's day.
He's at work. I call in. I'm like, "Hi, this is Andy's brother. We have I'm trying to get in contact with him. We have a family emergency." Andy in his head.
Oh my God, what's wrong?
Someone's calling Dick's right now, but if he storms to the phone, it's me. I'm like, "Peter's dead."
Oh my goodness.
Tell me that wouldn't be funny. How mad would you be if I did that? 1 to 10. That'd be pretty funny.
I think if he heard your voice say that, and the call was coming from you, I think you would
Yeah, I
instantly
don't think that I
discredit.
would get a call from RJ if my brother had died.
No, but I was gonna like hopefully maybe just for that second you thought it was your brother. I can maybe try and disguise
You
my
could do
voice.
that to get me out of work.
Not a
Yeah,
bad
we want to
idea.
hang out and have a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's worth thinking about. I'd like to start prank calling some people. I think it'd be pretty funny. We got to get that not governor,
The mayor.
mayor's number. That would be funny as fuck if we called him and asked him about that.
Hey, so with the recent climate in sports, we've had the Washington Redskins change their name, and now the Cleveland Indians are considering it. Do you have any comment on the name, the mascot of Agawams, the Brownies, depicting a Native American?
That's all you have to say.
He'd probably hang up
I'm
instantly.
going to say it's a legitimate question.
No, I know, but he would be on the spot,
funny.
too. He'd be like, see my name calling him, he'd be like, oh, Jesse, how you doing? Not good, Mayor. Not good at all.
Been better.
Yeah.
How old is he? Is he like younger or older?
He's like probably like 45, 50.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to our betting segment. I got a parlay. These never hit, but I'm just gonna. One of them will eventually
We
hit.
really got to like bring these upstairs on Sunday.
And keep track.
Yes.
There's been some of them.
Yeah, it
that
would be cool if we could post like how we do with our bets. Then
Yeah.
people would actually tail us if we did good.
I don't know if I want to keep track of mine. Jesse, maybe his success rate is a little bit higher.
Well, I give a parlay every week, and I never even bet on sports, so
I don't usually bet on these either.
because
but
I can't. Fucking
I've been out of the game
because
for
I
a
can't
while
get
too.
onto Bovada, man.
There's so many other sites you could use. You
Well,
just
I've
don't
tried
wanna
my
do it.
It'll be
and it
so
doesn't
much more
work either.
convenient when this state comes to their fucking senses
Oh,
and just
FanDuel, you see how cool it looks with the way that people do it on
I would love
FanDuel?
to do that with a bookie app and like that, like DraftKings or FanDuel. Where I work in Springfield. I'd love every just
Go
Yeah,
drop
is that
$100 or something.
yeah,
on
not
that.
even just like the experience of being there at the bookie
Yeah.
at the casino would be so
Yeah.
awesome.
Apparently,
But
it's
yeah.
so cool. Everyone's like at their own little stations, and they're like watching TVs. They're all communicating their bets, like writing stuff down. Like this come from some guy who's been to like one of the Vegas sports books. So, but yeah,
All right, yeah. So my parlay, I got Bills -6.5 versus Denver, Minnesota -3 versus the Bears, and the Browns -4 versus the Giants. 25 pays out 140.
all right.
Decent.
I like that.
I think the Vikings handled the Bears that Monday Night Football game. We had that fantasy match. I remember you beat me by like 0.0.
Yes.
They did well.
Yeah,
So
I have two of the same pieces.
okay.
I've got Bills on Bovada though. The line was 7.
Oh, so it must have changed. I did it this morning.
Bills -7 over Denver. Chiefs -3 over the Saints. Browns -4 over the Giants, and then take the over of Tampa Bay versus Atlanta. $20 will win you $240.
all right. It's time for Jesse's plus money parlay. We've got the Saints over the Chiefs money line.
Ah,
Give me the Giants over the Cleveland with the big upset money line, and we've got the Chargers over the Raiders. Very nice. We got the Chargers over the Raiders money line. I didn't actually put that into the
Probably
bet.
a lot of
This is
money.
on the spot, but I could tell you that would be probably like 25 to win 500 or more.
Yeah, it's because that has no chance of hitting.
I mean, each one of those teams is +4 or less. So
So after all we've been through tonight, and after all that you watched last night, you're still gonna sit here and tell me that the Giants are gonna beat my guy Baker?
I'm gonna say that it's worth putting them in the plus money parlay. Yeah, because
Don't like it.
Because
Pick
what
on
I saw
somebody
from
else.
what I saw from that it tells me that the Giants can still put up points on this team.
What I saw from it is that the Browns are going to get back after it and just absolutely shellac the Giants after they lost a game that they should have won.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I think if Baker was a smart enough quarterback, they would have won that game because well, I don't know about won that game, but at least it would have went to overtime.
Right? He put up 40.
No, but I'm talking about on that last drive. They went down and scored way too quick. They left a minute on the clock.
I was watching that. I'm like, you're giving them too much time.
Yeah.
You're going too fast.
Yeah.
You don't need to go that
That's
fast.
That's part of clock management is knowing
and
how
a
to
team
take
that's
your
not
time.
used to being in that spot.
Yep, you're right, and
Well,
that's fine.
Isn't that coaching? Isn't that play calling? And that?
No, I think it's the quarterback's job to do the 4 minute or the 2 minute.
But I still think the coach should
honestly.
be in his ear,
Sure,
trying to slow the
reminding him,
pace down a little bit as well.
But and honestly, it was like a catch and run anyway, so it really isn't so much his fault. But still, you gotta communicate better. But
my lock is Bills -6.5 versus
That
the
was my
Broncos.
lock too.
I like
Too Saturday
7?
game too.
Dude, well, 7.
Still.
So we'll call it 7. But
I'll still
7
take
over Denver? Like,
I know they're in Denver after the
Who
big
cares?
win coming against Pittsburgh, and I know Denver beat Carolina. It was Carolina they beat. Yeah,
well, who cares?
yeah,
Carolina
like-
sucks.
Pittsburgh or fucking Jesus Christ. The Bills are going to handle business against the fucking Broncos.
Yeah.
No doubt.
my lock of the week is Saints +4 against the Chiefs. I think
You're gonna lock that in.
I think
plus
they,
4.
I think they went outright, but yeah, Saints +4.
Still, that's.
Chiefs are due for a loss. They're in too many close games. The Saints are still a good team.
Saints just dropped one to Philly.
No, I
dude.
know, but that means they're going to
Philly.
bounce back.
It's true.
Philly's a new team.
When is Drew Brees due back?
I don't think he's coming back on
He
Sunday.
can't play this week, right?
I don't
They
think
might as
so.
well. They're already locked in as a playoff team. I'm pretty sure they might as well.
They're almost locked in for the division. They got still have a 2-game lead on Tampa.
They might as
Three to
well
play.
just keep him deactivated until maybe week 17, so we can get a little experience.
I think
but
you at least got to sit him out another week.
What if
as long
they-
as you can sit him out?
What if
maybe-
they finish real strong going into the playoffs and Drew Brees isn't ready till week 1 of the playoffs or their first game? Are you still going back to Brees?
I am, because I don't like what I'm seeing out of Taysom Hill.
Yeah, lately you're right. It would be one thing if this was Winston that was doing this.
Yeah,
because
because he's like a real quarterback, which
Yeah.
I'm not sold that Hill
Seems
is.
like they're starting to learn what Hill's about. But
Yeah, let's see.
this is
Jameis out
this is
week.
only really his first shit game, right?
I guess you could say
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I think it's because they're 2-1 with him now as
Yeah.
their starter. My sleeper is I've used him before. Salvin Ahmad or mid for Miami. Gaskin's going to be out with COVID. He's like one of the few running backs that are healthy, and they're going against the Pats, and we all know about the Patriots' run D.
Yeah, I like it. My sleeper is Nelson Aguilar because I think Henry Ruggs is out. He's on the COVID protocol.
Okay.
And he won't be able to play by Thursday, so Aguilar should eat.
I like it. I think didn't he have coming off a touchdown this past weekend? I'm
He
pretty
had a
sure.
great. He had a
He
great
did.
game. He
Yeah,
had five
yeah.
five for
He's
100
turning
and
it
a
up.
touchdown.
There you go.
Why don't you guys
If you're looking, I'll
get
do
to
my
get to your starting
My
sit 'em,
start.
and I'll do all three of
I'm going
mine.
with Ty again. I went Ty last week. 2
Nice.
touchdowns. Ty versus Houston.
Yeah.
The Houston sucks.
Dude,
They
I
have a
picked
shit
up
secondary.
Ty. I picked up Ty earlier this year, and I was like, oh, like hell yeah! I just picked up Ty off the wire for nothing. Like I didn't even have to put a bid in for him, and I held on to him for a game. I think I started him one game, and I was like, fuck, maybe there's a reason why this guy was on the wire. But I really thought he was going to be able to gel with Phillip Rivers a little bit more this season. My stardom is Tua because he, again, kind of like what you said with Ahmad, he's a mobile quarterback. He can get it done on the ground, and I just picture. I mean, I think this. Do the Patriots have like 5 sacks on the year?
Not
they have
a lot.
like none.
They don't put any pressure on the quarterback.
No, and he'll be able to roll out of the pocket, make plays with his legs, and he's actually been turning it up in the passing game too.
And my sit was going to be Mike Davis because I was under the impression that McCaffrey had a good chance to come back, and then I'm in the
McCaffrey's
semis.
doubtful.
Yep,
right?
I get a notification on my phone. Panthers coach Matt Rule says he doesn't expect. Like, come on, stop! Just rule him out for the season and stop playing games with my emotions.
Yeah.
like I need him
And-
this
and
week in my
with-
semifinal matchup.
That's what I'm saying. And with fantasy owners of him, like that's tough. Like
It's
if you
been a
were-
fucking tease all year. He's played in
Yeah.
3 games. Like, oh, he's had an ankle injury, a fucking quad injury now, and then his shoulder was fucked up the second time he got
Yep.
hurt.
My sit-em is kind of an easy one, but one that's been disappointing. Gio Bernard for the Bengals filled in his role nicely when.
What's wrong with Mixon? Not to cut
He's
you
got
off.
I think he has like a stress fracture in his foot
Okay,
or something.
so he's pretty much done for
I
the year
think,
for the most
yeah.
part.
I mean, he hasn't played since week 4, I think.
Wow. No, I think he's had to play it since then.
I really don't think he has.
Really?
If he did, he may have played one game and then went out again. In fact, I think that is what happened. I would pull it up. But Gio Bernard filled in pretty nicely for him during his absence, and then the last 2 games have been atrocious, and he has no easier matchup this week going against the Steelers' scary run defense.
Yeah. All right, I've got my 3 here. My sleeper this week is actually is DJ Chark against I just got a text. DJ Chark against Baltimore. I think that's going to be. The Jags are in one of those teams that I don't think are necessarily as bad as what they have 1 win, right?
No, and
Yeah,
they should have
They've
Gardner.
lost.
Gardner should be playing again, which I know
They
him,
can-
him and Chark have a good rapport.
Yeah,
too.
they can put up points, and I think that the Ravens will at least give up 2 receiver touchdowns. So my sleeper will be Chark. My sit-em this week, Zeke Elliott against San Fran. I do not have any stock in Zeke anymore. The dude's gone over 100 yards once in 13 games this year. Single-digit points in 5 out of his last 7 games.
So not to interrupt you too much on that, but
Yep.
think about that. Everybody's draft this year: McCaffrey, Saquon, Zeke.
Yep.
None of them are being used in the playoffs. This
No
year.
shit.
Nope.
Yeah,
That's
tough.
crazy. So yeah, sit him Zeke, and my stardom is a guy that I've talked a lot of shit about in fantasy. Jarvis Landry.
Yeah, I like.
I
it.
don't
love-
hate Jarvis
love
Landry's
Jarvis.
stock. Let's say, I mean, last
Especially
3 weeks
with-
he's gone 31, 20, and 12. So
Yeah, especially with the stud quarterback.
You may not always get a passing touchdown out of him too. They threw the
Yeah,
ball once
no
against
kidding.
last
Yeah.
night.
Where he played quarterback in college, right?
I think so. I'm not really sure to
I
be
don't know where he went
honest.
to school though.
I have no clue. No clue. All right, let's get to our picks against the spread. We got all the fantasy out of the way, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm known for skipping over somebody. I only do that. So make sure we get them all in. Because I don't want them to get.
We don't have a regular pen down here because this one bleeds through. Actually, it doesn't matter if it bleeds through. It doesn't matter. All right, so little recap from last week. We got 2, 2, and 3 people. Me and Andy went 2 and 3, and then you got RJ who got bailed out by the safety to go. Actually, it didn't matter because the spread was 1.
But yeah, very close to going 0 and 5.
Yeah, RJ went 1 and 4.
Very, very.
Would that have been a first? No, Andy's probably went 0 and 5, right?
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, I did the week that you let Peter take.
No, I think Peter got 1 win. I don't think Peter.
Still, nobody's gone 5 and 0 though, right?
Went 0 and 5.
Nobody's gone 5 and 0.
Nobody's gone 5 and 0, as far as I know.
No, I think there's been definitely a handful of 4 and 1s. But yeah.
All right, so the current standings, I'm sitting with a 3-game cushion over RJ. I'm 33, 31 and 1. RJ's 30, 34 and 1, and Andy keeps closing that distance. He's sitting at 26, 38 and 1. Only 4 games behind RJ and 7 out of first place with 3 to play. You're gonna have to make up some ground this week.
I'm getting hot come the end of the season.
This is
I'm getting right on my Browns picks. I'm getting right on my Steelers picks. I'm getting right on my Bills picks.
This week is like Saturday at the Masters. It's moving day right now. You need some action here.
Yeah, I think Andy's still trying to make the cut.
Yeah, yeah, right. All right, so first up we got the Chargers and the Raiders. Vegas is giving the Chargers 3.5, so the Chargers are plus 3.5 against the Raiders.
It's a tough one.
I'm gonna take the Chargers with the points.
I'm gonna take Vegas. They fucked me last week, so
yeah, I'm gonna take Vegas in that one too.
Pats, Dolphins. Pats are plus 2.5. I can't be the first to call that one. I have to marinate with that
Miami.
All right, I'll let you guys have a chance to really make this interesting and take the Pats against the spread.
I feel like whenever I pick the Patriots to cover, they don't. And whenever I pick against them, they do.
I really could see the Pats winning this game. I don't think it's going to be a cakewalk.
I don't think it's that far-fetched. Just because it's the Dolphins and you never know the division game.
Yeah, exactly. Saints, Chiefs. Give me the Saints. Saints are plus 4.
Chiefs all day.
And spreads and the Chiefs have not been best friends this year. I'm sure they have a bad record with the spread.
You know, I'm going to go Saints. I think it could be a field goal game and they cover.
Wow, Andy is really looking to pick up games this week. He has picked
opposite
me, everyone, and then he's now got a discrepancy with RJ. We got Giants in Cleveland. Giants are plus 4.
Cleveland. I'm going Cleveland.
Cleveland all day. In fact, I'd buy 8 points on that.
I don't know, man. What?
No, I'm good. My bad.
I really want to pick the Giants here. Give me the Giants.
Ugh. You have to pick them. They were in your plus money parlay.
Be consistent.
Nah.
Not like you haven't done anything like that before.
Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. 13 is a lot of points for Cincinnati. I will take Cincinnati.
I'm taking the Bengals too.
I'll take Pittsburgh.
Wow. Andy with every single pick different answer. He could cut the gap to 2 with the leader if everything goes well.
Does he really
I'll
have
probably
everyone
go
different?
Yep.
Wow, he does have. Imagine that would almost erase the deficit pretty much. It'd just be a couple of games.
Yeah, I mean, shit. And RJ's got a lot of differences too, so this could be bad for me.
It's coming down to it.
Did I pick every plus money team? I picked every plus money team this week, so
wow.
Or plus points.
Living on the edge, you could blow that lead, or you could add to it and almost solidify your victory for the season.
Yeah, shit. I'm a little nervous, but
all right. Do we want to just skip on the NBA draft? I don't really feel like doing that.
What was it?
Yeah,
anyways,
we'll save it for.
I know. I keep teasing it, and I mean, we're already at an hour 13.
Oh wow,
so,
really?
Yeah, I mean, we could just do it next.
Yeah,
episode.
I'm good. Next episode.
But literally, what I was wanting to do is just. It's like picking a starting lineup. We draft our own starting lineup.
I'm cool
like
with
a
that.
point guard, shooting guard. We can do it next
episode. We could probably do it
something.
quickly, but yeah, we'll save it.
No, I want to do it right.
So you want to be prepared
These
for
listeners count on us.
Even though you were prepared for it like 2 weeks ago, and then we never ended up doing it. So you got notes somewhere for it.
Oh sure, they're all up here.
But yeah, we'll That draft will happen. I can't guarantee it next episode, but it'll happen. It'll happen eventually.
Could happen after
We gonna
football
get another like call in or guest on the show. You know,
Yeah, I'm
getting kind of bored of you guys.
I mean, I think at some point in the next episode or two, we'll bring back trivia. It's been a long time. I know Nick wanted to get in on it, so we could do Nick versus Norman in some way, whether we call them both, something like that. Norman defends his
Yeah,
part.
if we record on it.
Nick goes against one of us, and then Norman can play us again another.
No,
time.
but Norman now.
Nick and Norm can do their own fucking podcast if they want to play trivia.
But I
against
mean,
each other.
Norm beat
No,
Jesse.
Norm deserves to be on again.
Okay.
So it should be Norm versus Nick.
Or it could be Norm versus RJ or Norm versus Andy, and then until Norman loses, Nick can be next in line. I don't. We'll talk.
I think Jesse's on my side with this.
No, it sounded
No.
like he just said everything opposite of what you did.
No, I think
it sounded
he's
like he was
agreeing with me.
agreeing
No,
with me.
I think I was kind of agreeing with Andy.
I'm gonna take myself out, but no.
We'll have to debate this
The
off
Nick
the
and
air.
Norm trivia
What's wrong?
show.
What's wrong? We're the ones making the fucking questions right now. Norman is a trivia champion. Nick wants to come in and challenge him. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, nah. We'll let Andy get his hands on Norman.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see this guy in trivia, so you can go 2 for 10. He sucks.
Nah.
You guys
talk,
purposely
we'll talk.
gave me hard questions last time because you guys were salty about the ones that I brought up.
I made the question.
Yeah, and you gave me really hard ones.
But yeah, I would be down to do.
Oh, what
Don't
did I
be
ask?
running off. We got a few more minutes.
What did I ask?
We got a few more minutes.
I don't see anything else.
Just I want to bring up something off topic. real
Okay.
quick, then we're good. But
Was this another bad Duncan experience?
no, I never have a good Dunkin' experience, so they always piss me off somehow. But no, I would be down.
Flinging you out of here like rice.
I would be down at some point to do a caller segment again.
Yeah.
But I mean, who's Norman gonna fucking call in again? Got to find somebody fresh and new that'd want to call in.
You were. I don't understand what's happening.
Because Norman would be defending his trivia.
Okay, so then bring him on, and he'll have to go through a round of us again.
He already beat Jesse, who's the best one in trivia on the show. So what he's
He
gonna
beat
play
him one
you.
time.
So he's gonna
let
play
Jesse
you.
redeem himself and beat Norm.
Thank you.
We can do that down the line. He's certainly not gonna play you.
I agree with Andy.
Okay.
Okay,
Nick
all
is,
right, fine. Fuck it. I won't play Norm then. But
You even,
Jesse
you even
deserves
said
it.
you don't want to play trivia anymore because you embarrass yourself.
All right,
every
it sounded like
I'm not
RJ.
talking about me playing trivia.
It sounds
anymore.
like RJ already made a commitment without checking with us, so he's
Not
got to
true.
cover his
Oh,
ass.
is that what's going on here?
Not true.
We need to.
It's official. He's not coming on
You
to
need
play
me to-
Norman
you need me
next.
to-
I can
Norman
bring up
Nick
the text
and bail you
messages
out.
right now. I never said that to him.
He can be on. We'd love to have him on for trivia, but I agree with Andy.
Yeah.
But anyways, what did you want to get to, little buddy?
I'm good. No. No, I was just probably going to get fucking hammered with a fucking snowstorm. Not looking forward to
You gonna
that.
get drunk?
What?
I thought you said you were gonna get hammered during the snowstorm.
No, I said we're going to get hammered by the snowstorm. Everyone knows I don't drink. Yeah, something else I was going to say.
Yeah, you know what, man? I think we'll probably get like 6 or 8 inches. It's not
I'm
even gonna be
excited
that
for
bad.
it.
I'm hoping I get work off on
No,
fucking
I'm
Thursday.
not, dude. It's gonna be fucking.
This
miserable.
guy's
Hey,
gonna
you
have
won't
to-
have to go to the you'll have to you won't have to go in for school, but you'll have to go shovel.
I already explained it to RJ. I have to work. I have a half day at the high school tomorrow.
Yeah.
Then I got to work 4 to 11 at Dick's. Well, actually, after I get out of school, I have to go salt sidewalks in Northampton. And then I got to go from there. I got to go to Dick's from 4 to 11. And then I'll probably be up at like 2 or 3 in the morning to start shoveling.
It's fucked up.
It's fucked up.
Why do you do it to yourself, you know?
I don't know, the money.
Always Andy. Oh, woe is me. Always, looking for sympathy from everybody.
Okay, you literally just talked about how bad you felt for me.
When was
before
that?
the show started?
I never said that.
You
There's
did.
no record.
You
to
said,
even-
"Oh, I feel bad. I know that you have to get up." Well,
I said,
Jesse and
I
I get to sleep until noon every day.
I said that sucks, but you put yourself in that position. That's what I said.
Okay, that's not really fair, but I suppose you're not wrong.
So we'll say pencil in episode
20
32. For episode 32, we'll do Nick versus Norm
No.
trivia.
Nope.
Okay, I won't be here.
Why not?
If you want to run some little fucking bullshit,
I agree.
bullshit, platform for your friends to play trivia against each other, do it elsewhere.
It only makes sense for an off the show guy to play against a.
You want to see Nick and Norm play trivia? They can come over and play Trivial Pursuit when that comes in.
Can't believe it's just getting shut down like that.
Yeah, believe it.
Why?
Nick and Norm, if you're listening, sorry. One of you guys can call in and play one of us at one time. But I'm not gonna. That's also gonna sound like shit to have 2 of them on the phone.
No, it wouldn't be at the same time. It would not be at the same time.
That sounds even worse.
No, it doesn't.
What do you mean?
What are we
we'll
gonna
be at
ask
the
one
same
guy
time?
10 questions, then another guy 10 questions, and compare the answers? without them live to hear
Are
their
you
reaction.
actually contemplating that?
What's wrong with that?
I would honestly rather listen to Jesse crawl on this table and take a shit on the microphone.
I agree.
That way, there's more people that want to come in and compete to be the trivia champion. What's wrong with that? Right now, Norman's the champ.
RJ. Normally, like,
You know what? How about this?
I really
Trivia?
feed off
How
your
about
creative flow,
how
but,
about
like,
trivia
you've
is
got
canceled?
nothing
How
going
about
on.
that?
Fine, I would
Trivia,
rather that.
hey, trivia is my segment. First of all, I created
Oh my
it. It was
God.
my idea, and that's
Really?
a fact.
You
can
pissed the
you can
trivia
go
segment
check the,
out of
You
your
can go
dick?
check the text messages. I created the segment,
Oh!
and I'll evolve it whatever way I want
Like,
to.
no radio show or podcast has ever had a fucking trivia
Who
segment.
brought it here? What ideas have you
Dick
guys
Who
come up with?
cares
Zero.
about who brought it here?
Zero. You've
So
come
that
up
you
with
think that
zero
gets-
ideas.
you think that
so I'll
gets-
bring on whoever I
okay.
want to bring
All right,
on here to
all
play
right,
trivia.
all right, fine. Just don't expect me to be here.
You're
for
right.
it.
Yeah,
we're not gonna do. We're not gonna do an
Nick or
episode.
us.
We're not gonna do an episode 32. We're gonna do episode 30. It's gonna be Nick versus Norm.
Okay, it'll be
Norm
the,
versus RJ.
It'll be the
No, I don't want to play.
All right, I want redemption then before we go to Norm versus Nick. That's all I got.
Okay,
say.
but how about this? If you lose,
Fine.
I
I'll
get it
agree
my
with that.
way.
Sure.
So there's stakes.
Sure.
All right, deal.
I do. I think I deserve a rematch. That I didn't like the way that ended.
Call
And-
it.
Oh
Call
yeah.
it
Oh,
an
the,
I
the,
didn't-
the episode that you cried out of here.
And I didn't ask for it anyways. Andy offered it, so I accept.
offered what?
He brought it up, so
All right. Wait,
good?
except wait. So you're gonna go? You want to go against Norm?
yeah, I
So-
want a chance to
All
get.
right.
I want a chance to get him back.
We'll do that next episode of the episode after.
All right, but if I do lose to Norman twice, don't expect to
What
see
if he-
me around
what if
here
he-
for a
Jess-
long
Jesse's
time.
What if, he
gonna
beats, what if he beats Norm? There's got to be a rubber match, right?
Yeah, that's fun. Because the stakes are that I would bring Nick on to do Nick versus Norm, and if Jesse wins, that's not the case.
God, just don't ask me to record when you do that.
Why? What is wrong with that? I don't get it.
I just like everything about it.
Puts a
just,
salty taste in my little mouth.
yeah, I'm literally.
I think it was a good idea.
literally sick to my stomach.
No, I don't really care that much, but I'm
Well, then
gonna,
why
say,
didn't-
I'm
why
gonna
didn't
take
you- why
Andy's
didn't-
side though.
Yeah, big surprise. You're a bitch. Andy's your bitch, is what he is.
No,
Excuse me.
You
Yeah.
heard what I said.
how rude.
I'm his bitch.
Correct.
I'm the one going.
When it comes to
I'm
being-
the one going toe to toe with you on
When it,
this.
be, when, it
Yeah,
com-
tough guy.
when it comes to being on the mic here, you concede to him
What?
almost
What are you
every
talking-
single time.
That's because your takes are so asinine that they're hard to agree with.
No, the show's over.
All right.
I'm gonna get
All right.
upset.
All right, we're out of here. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks for listening.